going on? Blossom is back, and welcome back to another episode of Top Guys. I'm sorry. I'm a little late today, okay? Usually I like to pump these videos out on the dot. I'm a little late today. There are 2 days and 3 hours and 38 minutes and 28 seconds left of the ME412 finals. I think by the time this video comes out, I think it'll be 2 days, 1 hour and 30 minutes. I think that this video should be live in about 2 hours from now. But anyway, the finals are out, and let's check out the prizes because it's pretty interesting, okay? So for the 69th time, we are getting the BMW 750 Li. I feel like this has been a prize, an epic prize car in a final for like, well, 69 times. It's so common. But here's something that's a little special about the Chrysler ME412 final. And it's not the Chrysler ME412. It's actually the tier 3 prize car, the Jaguar XJS TWR. Hutch is actually giving out a really good epic for a tier 3. I'm still accustomed to saying tier 2 because of the old system. I need to get with the times. Blossom, get with the times. But yeah, the tier 3 prize car, I gotta say, Hutch is being incredibly generous with this. I remember I saw this in the leaks before the event came out, and I was like, no way, right? Hutch is probably gonna change it before the event actually came out. But no, it's set in stone. It's the Jaguar XJS TWR. What the hell? This is actually a fantastic car. Motorsport 1980s. It has 100 MRA and it's 98 handling when you max it out 233. In my opinion, this is the joint best GE Epic Jag in the game. Actually, I think it's the joint best Epic Jag in the game with the I-Pace. This is really good. This is what I would open Jag packs for, and I think I have unpacked every single GE Jag besides the XJS TWR. So that's actually a really good prize. So honestly, if any one of you watching, if you end in tier 3, you shouldn't feel too bad because that is a really good epic. And hopefully Hodge is starting to understand that. They'll be like, oh yeah, you shouldn't feel too bad if you end tier 3. And so they're giving out competent epics now. We'll see. This is the first time that we've actually seen something like this. I think the last time we actually had a really good epic for a tier 2/tier 3 epic final would be I think the Pagani's on the C12 was given out once. I think so. Lotus Elise Cup 250, that was a really good one. And of course the wide body. So those are some good ones over there, but most of the time we usually get trash. So it's really nice to see the XJS TWR, but that is not what I'm talking about for the video today. First of all, as per usual, I will show you the track sets. They are Tokyo Loop. I'm gonna put them right here. And as you can see, track set number 1, we got Tokyo off-ramp, Tokyo Loop, overpass, Tokyo drag, Tokyo G-force. Now I'm just gonna let you know every single track set in this final is asphalt, is dry, it's low. Use your slick tires, baby. Second track set, we got hairpin, Tokyo G-force, car park G-force, and Tokyo bridge. Track set number 3, car park G-force, Tokyo Loop, twisty circuit, and the last one is Tokyo Loop, Tokyo bridge, twisty circuit, Tokyo G-force, and Tokyo off ramp. Let me just translate that for you. It's a twisty final. There's like 1 drag set on like 2 of the tracks out of the 4, but most of it, as you heard, is a lot of G-force. It's a lot of twisty, it's a lot of handling. So today we're going to review the 2007 pack, the 2007 non-prize cars petrol and diesel pack. Well, it's not really the petrol and diesel pack, right, because it's just a 2000 carbon fiber, but you know, let's just see what we can get from this. And obviously, unfortunately, you can also get the Furai and the Koenigsegg. Unfortunately, how ironic, right? Because I think most people would be happy with the Furai and the Koenigsegg anyway. But let's go into all cars. And as per usual, I'm going to be reviewing the pack from ultra rares and above. I'm first going to introduce the ultra rares and tell you what is useful for the final, and then I'm going to tell you what is useful in general. It's the same thing for epics. I'll first tell you the useful epics for the final, and then I'll run through epics again and tell you what is useful for outside the final in general, you know, in the multiplayer events, in clubs, to have in your garage, that kind of thing. So let me give you the quick rundown of the 2007 petrol and diesel pack. Well, unfortunately, it's not. It's a 2007 pack, right? You can get 10 ultra rares, 15 epics, and 10 legendaries. I know it says 14 and 9, but you gotta remember, I am counting the Furai and I am also counting the Koenigsegg. So let's go with 10 ultra rares. How many of these are actually good? Now, first of all, shout out to the Bentley Arnage. I got that from my tune-up. It was doo-doo. But let's see what is useful. All right, from all of the ultras, what is useful for the final? 0. Nope, none. Nothing. I've seen a lot of the hands for the finals already. If you want to see what they look like, they're in my Discord server. So if you want to join my Discord server, link is in the description below. You gotta be a patron to join, okay? But yeah, $1, $10, doesn't matter. Any kind of level, you join the Discord. But I already posted all the hands that are in tier 1, and I gotta let you guys know, this is a final of epics and legendaries. No, it's not even a final where you can sneak in one ultra, okay? It's not one of those finals where, ooh, maybe one of these ultras, you know, might win. No. Nope. None of these are going to be useful for the final, unfortunately. You're not going to get the ME412 unless you get a super easy bracket. You're not going to get an ME412 of any of these ultra rares. But let's talk about cars outside of the finals. How many of these are actually really useful? I can make a case for the S350 because it's a 4-wheel drive standard tire medium ground clearance car. This thing also has like an MRA of like 88, right? It's really good. But the problem with it is that although it has amazing MRA, oh sorry, my phone popped off. I gotta silence that little boy. Although it has amazing MRA, the 0 to 60 is atrocious. The top speed is kind of high for a standard tire car, but it's not like, you know, 180, 170. That is what I would prefer it to be. So 152 is kind of meh. The 0 to 60 is weak. The MRA is strong. It's kind of like a 1 miler. It's a 1 miler car. And honestly, 1 mile standard tires is useless because at that point, you don't even need to put a standard tire car for a 1 mile. You can just put a performance tire car and it'll beat any standard tire car any day. So the S350 is only going to be useful in standard tire events with a 1 mile drag. So I gotta say, out of every 4-wheel drive standard tire ultra rare in the game, although I like to endorse them, this is probably the worst of the bunch. So I'm not going to endorse that. Arnage or Arnage is trash. BMW hot garbage. Nitro hot garbage. I mean, yeah, I know. Blossom saying the Nitro is hot. It is. It's bad. Jaguar S-Type is bad. The C55, you know, is medium and it hits about 85 handling, but like, once again, it's mediocre. The N400, this one is decent. This one's a decent Aston Martin. It's not a top tier epic. It's not a top tier ultra rare, but it's not a low tier ultra rare either, right? 4092. I got 2 of these Max 1323, 1233. I use them sometimes, and I gotta say, if you do open the pack, you do get the N400. I'd be okay with that. I keep it in the garage. The same goes for the SLK Black Series. It's not the best. I would say it's probably one of the worst RQ64s. And because of that epiphany, I retract that. You know what? I would fuse it if I got it again. Opel GTC, it has an MRA of 0. But the 0 to 60 is low, the handling is high for a medium ground clearance 4-wheel drive car, so I would say the Opel GTC and the N400 are the only 2 good ultra rares that I would be happy with getting. Everything else is fused, including the Acura RDX. So starting off with the 10 ultra rares, I would say 8 are useless, 2 are good in a general sense, and all of them are going to be useless for the Tri-Series final. Why I say that this car is bad? Because it just doesn't handle. Right? It doesn't handle. So if it doesn't handle, you would think, okay, at least, you know, be a drag beast, right? But it doesn't have as good of an MRA as other RQ64 cars like the Roof BTR, which also has a higher top speed, and the BMW M6 convertible, which has better MRA. So for that reason, the SLK Black Series is, you know, hot garbage. Anyway, moving on to the Epics now. Epics is where things look really good, okay? We are introduced with the Peugeot 207 S2000. I got this in my hand. I got it maxed out. I think it's like $3,599. Fantastic car. That's going to be key for the finals. You know what? I'm just going to tell you everything that's going to be key for the finals. The S2000, okay? The 211, this final is meant for the 211, okay? All those G-forces you see, this is the best car. Yes, it beats the Mustang FR500. The 211 is better. That being said, though, this is still a really good car, okay? It's not going to be the best epic for the final. The 211, I think, is the best epic for the final for the twisty stuff. But, you know, the Ford Mustang FR500 GT is still really good. I think it's the best epic for the final for car park. But, you know, for all the G-forces, you want to go for the 211. That being said, though, that's still key. Mustang is key. 211 is key. And I would say the S2000 is key. Those 3 are going to be absolutely key. Some decent cars for the final would be the SLR McLaren, the Lancer Evo 9. That's 9, right? I think that's 9. And also the AMG CLK DTM. This kind of is the backup dragster. It's the backup dragster if you don't have the legendaries. It's the same for the Evo 9. It's your backup twisty car if you don't have the 211 or the FR500. And And then the 265E, once again, you know, it's on the bench. It's on the bench. It's your backup twisty car if you don't have the 211. But really, the keys for the final would be the S2000, the S211 Supercharge, and the FR500. So 3, okay? Now let's talk about useful epics outside of the final. So let's say you just wanted to open this pack for, you know, your garage. You're not interested in winning the Chrysler. You just want to see if this is a good pack or not. All right, let me tell you what are the good epics you can get from here. Once again, Peugeot, that's 1. Lotus 265 is actually pretty decent, so I would say that's 2. Then the Sao is a car that I have that I've wanted to keep for so long. I always think that this is going to be a dog that has its day, because, you know, the saying, every dog has its day. But, like, I haven't had the use within the Sao yet. It's just been rotting and sitting there in my garage. But anyway, we're still on 2, right? AMG CLK DTM, that's 3. I recently got this, maxed it out. It beats Hellcats on the drags. This thing is fantastic. It has like 99 MRA, 3.10 to 60. 211, that's 4. Evo 9, that's 5. McLaren, that's 6. And finally, the Mustang FR500, that's 7. I'm not counting the Donk. The Donk is just not as good as the 211. And I know, you know what you're going to say, well, the 265 isn't as good as the 211. Yeah, but at least the 265 has a different RQ. Literally, the Donk and the 211, they have the same goddamn RQ. So if I was going to, you know, play with 75, I'm going to play the 211. So I still got to say, though, 7 epics, key, is really good out of 14. So if you did open this pack, you got an epic, 50% chance you would get a fantastic epic in a general sense, okay? So last but not least, let's talk about legendaries. 2007 legendaries. So how many legendaries are there? 9. Okay, so first of all, if you get the Golf GTI, I am very sorry. Is this even medium? No, it's low. I am very sorry. I'm just 3584. I mean, let's just compare it to the FR500, 3992. 92 handling. They're both low. The Golf is trash. We don't need to talk about that. The Porsche is not going to be key. The Aston's not going to be key. And none of the Lamborghinis are going to be key, as they always are. Lamborghinis are just never key in this game. I would say that the really, really good key legendaries for this final would be, and I'm being strict with this, the Zonda R, the Gunpowder Polo Basic, and the CTR3. That's it. And if I was going to be super, super, super strict, really just the Zonda R. You can make a slight case for the Apollo Basic, but it's really just the Zonda R, okay? But yeah, I would say in a final sense, I would be happy with getting, once again, all legendaries, because you should be happy with all legendaries that you get. I will make a case for the Golf. I won't be happy getting this, okay? If I opened a 2007 pack and I got that, I would be mad. I would be fuming. I would probably sell it even. But the rest of them I would be really grateful for, okay? But in terms of super key legends for this final, I would say CTR3, Zonda R, Gunpowder Polo Basic. In terms of super key legendaries for outside the final, once again, if you ever pull a legendary, you gotta keep it in your garage, unless it's the Golf. The Golf sucks. But in terms of like super key legendaries outside of the final, I would say the Zonda R, the Gunpowder Polo Basic, and the CTR3. The Aston Martin V12 Vantage has its day, so I would say that this car isn't too bad. And the Porsche 911 GT2, I mean, it's a decent RQ81. I think it's overshadowed by the Dodge Viper ACR now, but it's still not too bad. But I would say that I guess I would be happy with the Reventon. I'd be happy with the Reventon. So if I don't care about the finals, I just want to open the pack for 2007's sake, or opening the pack for the pack's sake, I would be happy with the Zonda R, Apollo Basic, Reventon, CTR3, Vantage. Nah, I'm not gonna say 911. So that would be 5 out of 9. That's not bad. It's over 50%. Overall, I gotta say though, the 2007 pack is actually not bad. It's not a bad pack. We've had finals where the final, you know, like the last one, right? The last one was atrocious. What was it? All the roofs, the 4-seater pre-2000, that was atrocious. But I gotta say, 2007 is not bad. There's, you know, a handful of good cards you can get from this. I would say it carries the same energy as the 2009 carbon fiber. That was the requirement for the Porsche GT1 last month. So I gotta say, you know, it's not bad. If you have some extra gold lying around, I wouldn't mind opening 1 or 2. I don't have any extra gold lying around, so I'm not gonna be opening any of them. It's also like really hard because they're kind of live at the same time the Motorsport carbon fiber, and as you can see, I did open one off camera. You didn't miss anything. I got a Nissan Silvia, but I gotta say, 2007 pack isn't too bad, you know. So if you want to go for the Chrysler ME412 and you're thinking about opening all 15, I would go for it. This is a pack that I would probably open all 15 for if it was a prize car I really wanted. And also, if you're just a pay to win, this is a good pack to open. But why would you listen to me if you're a pay to win? You probably already opened all 15 of them anyway. But if you are saving your gold and you're thinking, should I spend it on the 2007? It's not bad. But here's the main dilemma with this pack, the timing of this pack. If you had gold saved up, I would open the Motorsport carbon fibers regardless. Like, honestly, like, if you had no chance with the Chrysler, although the 2007 pack is a good pack, I'd rather just open the Motorsport carbon fiber packs while they're still out for the, like, 3 hours remaining that they got. So, yeah, you know, take this advice how you will, but the 2007 pack at the end of the day isn't a bad pack. It's pretty good. Anyway, hope you guys have a great day. I'm going to stay safe, wash your hands, and blossom out. Peace.